You feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something. I feel like I'm in another galaxy. Take my time in your eternity. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Feel like something new.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door, I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home, a couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
Miles past, turning back, found my track, face the fact, she a cold one. Never gonna settle for none, stay up every night till I won. Don't want a slow rise now, I'm confident opulence isn't a long ride out. When I look back now, I'm astounded. A quiet boy from old age, but always thought the world was a stage, yeah. I celebrate one last day night, my old life ain't staying.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door, I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home, a couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
I'm headed to LA.
Miles, throw it on the dash. 10,000 hours, can't let them pass. Yeah, well, I was putting time in, you was pulled up wildin'. You always had shit to say, now when I see you, it's silence. Thought I'd have a Grammy by 25. Commas after commas next to dollar sign. Yeah, had to remind myself why I'm living this life. Look at all the late nights, it'll all come in due time, yeah.
Made for the fight, for the pain and the climb, tied to the life I chose. Stay through the night, another day, not a dime. Race against time. I couldn't just lay by and wonder what I could have made mine. I'm closing on the moment, no one's gonna hold me down.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door, I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home, a couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
Yeah. La 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 la. Yeah. Your life hits hard, but I hit right back. I never back down. I keep it on track. It's the same day with no problems. I keep rising from the bottom. Cause when the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear that sound. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. And then I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, cause I got no problems. Yes, every day was a war. Yeah, it kinda took a while. When they tell me I should stay, I just jump with a smile. Yeah, it's hard until you notice. Everybody's got their moment. When the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear the sound. Listen up. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. And then I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, cause I got no problems. Cause I got no problems. Cause I got no problems. Do you feel a little down? Say it. No problems. Let you in, but you out. Sing it. No problems. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. Had none I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. Had none I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, cause I got no problems.
Days gone, I won't waste another one. Oh, that darkness, it won't set me back again. Oh, I'm not asleep or awake. I won't let the future escape.
contemplate. Climb out the sheets, find the jeans from a previous day. Grab the keys from off the counter, commute into the city, gonna take another hour. Man, I hate trading time for a way. At least I got a home and a job that pays. Faded from color, reaching to find when I wonder how. You're saying it'll all be fine, while you sit around and waste your time. Faded from color, stuck in the backseat and told to drive.
You look like a child. Well, thank you very much, Arthur. I've been very lucky down here. Feeling better than I did up north.
Collars itching, face switching, another cup of joe and I'm fine. Come 5, I can burn a fresh time. Lifting up the burdens, putting weight on my mind. Bet if I didn't chase that and embrace distractions, master my lack of faith and break through. Faded from color, reaching to find when I wonder how. You're saying it'll all be fine, while you sit around and waste your time. Faded from color, stuck in the backseat and told to drive. I'm holding out as I fight. I feel my colors wash away. I'm finding my ground in the light of the hours I can claim. 'Cause in time I restore my complexion and find that I left my distractions behind. In the meantime, I'll blindfold my pride and keep hold of my time like it's gold.
Welcome back on into ESL Challenger League Asia Pacific. We've just finished off with Oceania. It was a very long and cursed day, let's just say. So we'll see whether or not that's going to persist into Asia as well, Pilski. But back again to watch another Lynn Vision Masterclass. We would hope. They've been doing quite well for themselves so far this season, and they're going up against Just Swing, which is one of those sort of the middle of the pack teams in China that's kind of trying to get by. So it should be an interesting matchup, but very much looking like this one should have a fairly heavy favorite.
Yeah, for sure. Lynn Vision have only dropped a couple of maps. Remember we were discussing it before, but there you go. Lynn Vision on a 12-match win streak, having only dropped maps to some of the stronger teams in the Asian region, like your Rare Atoms or your Huns, for example. So I think a game versus Just Swing should be, a pretty easy series for them. Should be the kind of series where they can take things out 2-0, but we do see these Chinese qualifiers from time to time and things like that, and teams like Just Swing can give some of the better teams a bit of a run for their money, can steal a map away, especially in this format, go straight to the middle of the map pool and give them a crack. And, they might do a little bit better than you expect.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things. I mean, you can even see here 9 and 11 for Just Swing. It's obviously not the greatest of conversion rates, especially in comparison to Lynn Vision, who are 18 and 2. There is very much a caliber difference between these two teams. But in saying that, it's also not an anomaly necessarily when you do see a map taken away by a team like Just Swing, or look, probably not so much a series. We've seen them play against a few of the teams around the Asia space for quite a while now. And frankly, their results haven't necessarily been anything to get too excited about, but they have beaten, Fengda in one map. They beat God's Reign 2-0. They took a map off of LFO, which is that former GR Gaming roster. Took a map off of Rooster. Took a map off of Semperfi. Beat DXA in a couple of maps. So, this is kind of the level that we're at with regard to this team. So, not necessarily expecting them to beat Lynn Vision, but I think a lot of that is going to come down to how Starry plays tonight. That's why he's going to be our player to watch. He's, I think, quite easy to pick as a player to watch, to be fair, traditionally speaking, but I just feel as though his output after coming back into Lynn Vision for this sort of second stint in this roster hasn't been quite to the level that we would have wanted it to. And so when we're talking about Lynn Vision, you look at them on paper, you think this roster is going to be fantastic. They've got Zaka, they've got Starry. The addition of Call Me Sue in theory should be good, like West Melon, fragging IGL kind of sort of thing going on there, and Amelia is usually pretty handy. So you think, okay, on paper, they've kind of got everything that they need. But if Starry does go missing, that's where sometimes maybe the firepower can feel like it just starts to lack a little bit for Lynn Vision. So still kind of keeping an eye on him and what his general level of output is going to be, particularly heading into the MRQ sort of period of the Counter-Strike world, which obviously is going to be quite important for Lynn Vision once again.
Yeah, I think it's easier to pick Starry as a player to watch in a matchup like this as well, because realistically, in this kind of format, in this kind of competition, I've literally seen him basically win Lynn Vision the whole tournament, especially in some of those deeper playoff games, just be a kind of a hard carry player, even when he had 1 foot out the door into Tai Lu at the time. So definitely can be a series-defining player. One of the best in China, if not the best in China, when he's on his game. So Just Swing have got their work cut out for them if he turns up today. And they have their work cut out for them in general, because they've allowed it for some reason to go to Dust 2, which I think is basically borderline suicidal against Lynn Vision.
Yeah. I agree. What are you really hoping for in a matchup like this? You're going into what I would consider to be Lynn Vision's best map, and obviously Zaka is someone that we highlight a lot. I feel like it's a bit of a broken record, overplayed, over-discussed, but he is very, very good on this map, being the AWPer for Lynn Vision, being in a bit of a hot streak. Statistically speaking, actually, their best map is Inferno. They've got an 86% win rate there, but they've played far less maps of it than they have on Dust 2. 81% win rate over 16 maps for Lynn Vision over 3 months on this map. And that is considering they played it overseas at ESL Pro League as well. They played it against Pain, who they won against 13-1. You're going into a pretty rough ask here, I think, if you Just Swing. So we should be expecting, I would say, a fairly one-sided affair here on Dust 2. But if tonight's games of Counter-Strike have been anything to go by, we may be seeing a bit of a question mark. So let's just check how things end up playing out here and watch along for the ride.
Smoke to double doors. Zaka ready with a flash at Goose. It is a bait setup for Starry over on Car. He also has a flash to offer to his teammate over on Goose. Smoke and flash into the middle of the map. Pressure on the mid to B split, but it is just pressure designed to pull some rotations away, and Westmelon will alleviate that pressure by picking up gas relatively easily.
Zaka with Palms flash ready to go. Oh, there's Starry. Hang on a little bit. That is a bit more like it. That's exactly what we want to be seeing from Starry, the man that we have chosen to keep an eye on tonight. It is a 1v3 here for Purely, and that is purely a 1v3 for 1 second, because that was all that was. Lynn Vision, 1-0, but good early signs from Starry there. Nice 2k on the pistol and really nice first shot.
So this Just Swing team, I guess, is like a mix of East Russians and Chinese players?
Yeah, I think it's mostly Chinese players. Marek, obviously Taiwanese, and then QQ God being the Eastern Russian player that you're referring to. I don't know who this Vance guy is, but he's got a Chinese flag on HLTV, and his name is Jingyu Wan, so I'm assuming he's Chinese and not Eastern Russian.
Vance Refrigeration.
It's refrigeration?
You haven't seen The Office?
No.
That's a red flag. Just gonna come out and say it. Just Swing.
Chinese flag is red, so yeah. If that's what we're talking about.
Oh god. Only a handful of flashes left over for Lynn Vision here. Progression smoke out of B. Just Swing with potential to kick off a pretty nice looking B execute here, and there's not a lot of util to hold. Zaka trying to come up the flank.
Well, that was a round. Yeah. Not much to really be said about that one for Just Swing. They've kind of gotten rolled.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, I like the approach. They were kind of lining up a pretty nice looking B execute. They threw the progression smoke out of upper tunnels, got the mid to B util out, molly behind the mid to B smoke to try to stop someone from harassing them as they make their way up B ramp. But with what little util and positioning that Lynn Vision had, they just used it perfectly. Little pop flash onto double doors, easy pickings, and Zaka able to head up the flank pretty easily there. Now Lynn Vision brimming with confidence, getting active, getting aggressive with the MP9s off angle here from Zaka. Seems like they're ready for it. They're ready for this mid push, but they're still conceding almost every pick to just one or two players. Zaka does the majority of the work there. Starry clears up the rest. And that's a beautiful start for Lynn Vision.
That's perfect, isn't it? I mean, Zaka dying, it's like, oh no, I have to get an AWP. Anyway, into round number 4. And he's got the AWP. He's going to go for head armorless. So he's still just keeping his money as healthy as possible. No head armor, no defuse kit for Zaka, but full belt of util. And off he goes. He's still got 3,100 in the bank. So you can see where all of those SMG kills have gone. Vance will be having a look down mid doors with the AWP himself. He's been able to connect anything just yet. But that's a nice nade onto Call Me Sue. So we'll soften him up a little bit. And I'm also quite eager to watch Call Me Sue here on the B-Bomb side, because last time we watched him play Dust2, which I think was one of his first games in Lynn Vision, he was just non-stop pushing B halls. He just kept going up upper dark. And so far, playing a little bit more reserved.
Yeah. A lot of respect being given for the time being. Westmelon spamming one straight through the double door smoke, though. 2 grenades left over here for Just Swing. They're a player down. This really could have been going worse for them. Lynn Vision have got a man advantage, a ton of utility, full long control. This really should just be their round on a silver platter. They would kind of have to misplay to lose it from here.
Walking out mid might not be the worst of choices, though, for Just Swing. Got the mid to B smoke set up. It's a good one, too. The looks of it. He's going to draw out the push from Westmelon. How does he get 2 there? I don't know, but he does. Call Me Sue getting the better of the third player to work in through middle there. And so that'll be the bomb dropped. Round over. QQ to just try and do a bit of economic damage to Lynn Vision. But I think we're very much getting the game that we anticipated out of this matchup so far. As Amelia will grab that one in the end. 4-0 for Lynn Vision. It really doesn't feel as though they've broken a sweat yet at all.
No, didn't even need to burn through all of their util that round. Just confidence from Westmelon. He's 8-0. He's multi-fragging from that double doors position beautifully. I mean, it's not even allowing Just Swing to get into the game. They've been going mid to B quite a lot, and they've been getting routinely shut down. Smoke to double doors. A lot of players heading towards that B site early on here. Probably just trying to hit this Tech 9 timing.
Call Me Sue. Another decent start from him, but Westmelon now down, so the rest of the job has to be done here by the new addition from Lynn Vision. He will not quite get enough to finish off Vance, but enough damage dealt that Lynn Vision are still feeling pretty confident about their chances of retaking this bomb site. In fact, it's not even a retake because the bomb didn't go down. And again, solid display from Lynn Vision. Good flood through. Easy as you like. 5-0.
I like the flashes from Just Swing, though. Those were beautiful. Could tell they had a nice little set play that they've dry run. Perfect timing on the flashes. Just multiple flashes pegged on the gate side. Completely blinding most of the CTs, allowing the Tech 9s to cover a lot of ground. And like you said, the flood was even better from Lynn Vision. They weren't coordinated enough, shutting the Ts down before they could even get comfortable there. Then there could have been a post plant to that. Got a lot of value out of the Tech 9s, so credit where credit's due. It was a nice round for Just Swing, but not nice enough. I think brass tacks of this game is they've got to start fragging.
Yeah, I mean, you should be a coach, man, with analysis like that. I reckon you could help a few teams out.
Yeah,
We just need to win more rounds, guys.
just shoot them. It's
Shoot them
just
a little better than
Westmelon,
they
bro.
shoot you. But look, to be fair, no, it's true. It's exactly what you say. Westmelon, like he comes out the B doors there in that previous gun round and gets 2 when he really like almost shouldn't get 1 with the timing that he had.
It's not really an angle that you see people take duels from, to be honest. They usually just try and play the off angles as the T's scale up slope, but he's literally like wide peeking down mid and getting 2. Like the T's a lot of the time want you to peek doors like that and feed them a kill.
Frankly, I don't imagine that he expected to even get 2 there. It was probably more of a, I'm going to swing doors, call me Sue, clean up from window. If he gets 1, good. But he gets 2 anyway. And Amelia catches Marek, who doesn't even get the chance to fire a shot. So it just seems to be continuing in the same trajectory. So far, barely any kills even being put together here by Just Swing. And there's another one from Starry, which just feels a little bit illegal. Zaka getting away with multiple frags, as he is wont to do with the AWP in hand. And so Vance will go hightailing it back out to the bottom of short, but Call Me Sue's there to make sure that he's not getting away with this AWP. And they may well kill him after time here. This could be a real problem. They're going to wait. They are going to wait and kill him after time. Oh, no. And that's just extra pain, really, for Just Swing.
Insult to injury. 6-0 for Lynn Vision. Playing a bloody beautiful game of Dust 2, as they often do. And this just begs the question why on earth you would leave this in.
I mean, I guess, is it going to go any better on any other map? That's the next question. We have a pause out here. So hopefully it's not in the same vein as the pauses we had during Oceania. Otherwise, we are in for a rough one. But I don't believe this is a tack pause, so that already is a bad sign. Doesn't look like anyone's disconnected, though.
Yeah, hopefully you get back into it soon. 6-0 for Lynn Vision, man. Money is absolutely out of control for the CT side right now. And they're looking confident. I mean, it's just an ECL game, so nothing to kind of like write home about, but this is the kind of form that I want to, and the level of confidence that I want to see for them going into the qualifiers for the major.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the major qualifiers are going to be pretty close.
Yeah, they've kind of got a little bit to prove as well. I feel like their inclusion in the minor wasn't justified last time, so I'd like to see them earn it.
No, for sure, for sure. I mean, this time it's a different story. The only question is going to be which MRQ ends up getting the second slot for their respective sub-region. There's obviously 4 slots for Asia, 3 sub-regions. At the moment, it looks to be China. In which case, Rare Atom, Tyloo, Lynn Vision, Dog Evil, which would be the 4th team in that Chinese qualifier, will have a pretty reasonable chance of qualifying through to the major. 2 out of 4 going through. That's where, like you say, Lynn Vision, I mean, if they have a pretty good run in that MRQ, could be back at another major, albeit with a slightly different roster, but close enough that it's still more or less the same thing. The only change being Call Me Sue for G in comparison to the last Lynn Vision roster that qualified for a major.
Just Swing, once again, looking like they want to apply some utility pressure to middle. It's a very slow, structured team. Their name is honestly a little bit ironic, to be honest, because they are doing the opposite of Just Swinging. There's a lot of kind of slow set plays going on right now.
That is true, but they're not really working. Amelia looks to have long locked it down quite nicely, even if Zach is going to miss himself a shot. He gets a chance at a second. Amelia's found the double. Too much damage really being done so far to Lynn Vision in this round. Only Starry dropping. Gas's position well known. Westmelon's kind of playing with him a little bit. He should be finished off momentarily. All it takes is one bullet. There we go. So an extra gun dropped, but I mean, when you've got pretty much everybody above 10k, who really cares at this point as Lynn Vision?
Yeah, extra guns lost is not going to bother you. I think Just Swing kind of misplaying even just in the veto, to be honest. Haven't seen Marek get on the board yet. It's good to see Gas getting in amongst it once again. Did enjoy that Lynn Vision roster. Wings Up roster, rather. Looks like they're going to go for this same kind of flash play towards B with the guns this time.
Oh, that's nicely done, in fact, actually, by QQ as he finds the double. And he's getting tossed on through, so luckily he has slowed down his pace, not getting caught by those. Starry looks like he wants to go through this smoke. There's a flash over the top, perfectly timed. And then Vision will get themselves the 1-for-1, which is probably not as much as what they really would have wanted there, but it does at least slow things down for Just Swing here, and they'll go for another smoke push. They're just limit testing at this point, Pilsky, and they are winning. 8-0, Lynn Vision. Even when Just Swing gets themselves a nice double entry on B, they cannot win the round.
Such disrespect being showcased. You can see Just Swing have got every little I dotted and T crossed on their little B execute set play there. Smoke to window. Door smoke. Set molly. Multiple flashes to get out B. But Lynn Vision doesn't care. Just running through smokes. Taking aim duels and disrespecting them. They know that they are the better team. And until Just Swing shoots back, then this is just how the game's going to keep going.
Yeah, like I said, karma maybe for what we had to go through in the first series in Oceania. This one is playing out exactly as expected. 12-3 for Zaka. It's another good map of Dust 2 for him. And, you know, you kind of look at it and go, well, has he really done anything all that fancy? Like, we haven't really seen much of Zaka, to be honest. But then there he is, 12-3. I feel like Amelia, I've seen a few more highlights from him, to be fair. But either way, job's getting done. Just Swing this time trying to work their way out middle. They've got a few smokes to work with. One of those is going to have to be a mid to B smoke. And, well, Westmelon just doesn't quite get his timing right. And so now a real test for Call Me Sue as he jumps up to the window and gets himself two. Nice spray transfer to keep this round, again, keep this round alive. Marek in middle. He's going to get in behind the AWPer of Zaka. And finally, we might see a round here for Just Swing. Amelia can't get it done this time. And it's all down to Westmelon just getting that timing wrong.
Finally around for Just Swing. Going back to what has had a, you know, not the best success rate for them. But this time works out for them. Going mid to B. See if they can scrape 3 or 4 rounds together here. Try to make a bit of a resurgence on their CT side. Smoke to double doors. Once again, does seem like they really want to back themselves with this B execute. Slowed down by the smoke for now. See Lynn Vision, they've secured long control again and they're leaning much more heavily towards B. You've had multiple B endings for Just Swing now. They really just haven't conditioned the A site very much.
Still getting tossed on in on both sides. Flash timing here for Westmelon should be pretty good. It became just a second too late, but Zaka is here. And you can bet your bottom dollar that he's not going to stop swinging the window. Eventually he will go down as well. Seems like maybe Just Swing have started to crack the code a little bit, started to warm up a little bit. Finally putting some rounds together. So Lynn Vision, for the first time, I'm going to have to take the save. Might need to police pretty quick on that CT side.
Yeah, for sure. I think They still have plenty of money. The biggest issue right now is just like, I feel like Call Me Sue's just kind of getting first picked, fighting from Heaton in towards tunnels and just feeding a kill to the T's in a lot of these rounds. And that's kind of putting Lynn Vision in a bit of a cooked position that they've been able to rectify with just some like good flood timings and individual skill a couple of times now. But that's an example of a round where, like, on the balance of probabilities, losing your B anchor like that and being put in a cooked situation on that B side of the map, which is notoriously hard to retake, is not usually going to work out for you.
Yeah. Well, fast out onto long. Trying to live up to their name of just swing. Not overcommitting to that play, and in the end, just the 1-for-1 in mid so far. Zaka with that combat orb style has gone down into lower dark and has got himself back out into middle. Meanwhile, Westmelon also floating around. It seems that Lynn Vision have got a pretty good idea that this is going to end up being an A take from Just Swing. And so Zaka up on the short. Marek was probably not expecting that so quickly. The AWP there after having seen it in mid. Just Swing. The nade is going to blow the smoke open at the perfect time. So another kill goes through for Amelia. There's some damage still being done, and Amelia is quite low, but Just Swing are finding it hard to get into this A site unscathed. Good trade from Westmelon, as it's now just Gas. And it seems they have a reasonable idea of where he is situated, given where those nades have gone. Westmelon is just going to swing straight into the smoke for some reason and leave Zaka alone. He's going to decide to go all the way to long. This is actually a really good play. Well, it's not. Never mind. Gas had to go back onto long to get the bomb, so there was definitely a world where Zaka could find a timing if he just booked it onto long.
Molly here for Zaka. Good flush Gas off the site. Beautiful patience. Just waiting for Gas to make a mistake. He couldn't hold everything at once. Too many angles to worry about. Gets caught crabbing his way back over to Catwalk. And Zaka going to secure the round there for Lynn Vision. Nice and easy. 9-2. How does QQ God have 10k?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to. He's going to put it to good use, though. He's going for the AWP.
Yeah, buy an AWP.
Double AWP on the T side here for Just Swing.
Or not.
Last round
I
and a half,
guess he
I
sold
guess,
it again.
may as well. Yeah, it does look like he's refunded it.
Saving for next half.
That's right.
Just another absolute clinic being put on by Zaka on Dust 2. I don't think anyone's surprised. 16-5 in 11 rounds. Molly's exchanged on Cat. Envision have had no issues securing that long control and just adjusting their rotations accordingly. Just Swing have really not pressured that part of the map at all. This is where I really would have liked them to like take Cat early on and then go back for like a late long take. But they're kind of out of time to do so now.
Bit of a probing set of util into the B bomb site here by QQ, but not really going to do more than maybe just keep those B players honest, which I guess is the whole goal here for Just Swing. Thinking about going back over to B, though, with 30 seconds left on the clock. Down into middle. The problem is Zaka's there and waiting. He won't get the third. Leaves Call Me Sue with the job to do over towards A. Ducks down behind the car. Finishes off Marek, and well, he was prepared for QQ, so he'll get the headshot before he goes down, and that is finished off by Starry. 10-2, the first half dominant by Lynn Vision. Second half underway, and not a very close matchup so far between Lynn Vision and Just Swing. See whether or not that changes with the halftime break, and hopefully Just Swing being able to put together maybe a pistol here. But the way things have been going so far, we're kind of leaning towards a pretty straightforward win for Lynn Vision.
Vance on the long line. Pushed off by Starry, who's been made the raid boss here for Lynn Vision. Smoke into the middle of the map on double doors, but it's not really obscuring too much for Just Swing. They do have gas pretty deep up there. Vance once again confirming that Lynn Vision are making inroads towards long here. Going to drop a defensive smoke to try to buy some more time. You can see Just Swing have taken the whole map all the way through upper tunnels. They've taken the middle of the map as well, and they're pretty heavily rotated to try and defend this long play. So positioning is impeccable right now. QQ's got a flash to set up Vance as well.
Positioning's only getting better as well for Just Swing as they do start to work their way towards bedroom. But they don't want to overcommit to that flank just yet. They need to kind of let Lynn Vision start to make their way up short. Vance is almost toying with them. I'm sure they're aware that he's close. And Barrel just poking around the corner does end up being the end of Vince. But so far, so good, as we're going to get that 3K coming through from Gas. And Lynn Vision have now obviously lost control of long. The dualies will do the job. It seems to be easy for the team that wins the first half to grab the second half pistol. I'm not sure why that is, but I swear, is it confirmation bias, or is it just how it is? I don't know.
It is what it is, some might say. But Zaka will buy a scout nonetheless, as he does. And then buy scout armor next round. Not as sharp on the cross this time around. Usually hits those. Wonder how much a study blood in the water goes for these days in today's economy.
That I can't tell you. I'm not a big skins man.
Not a skinny in there?
No. Can tell you that even though this buy doesn't look too threatening for Lynn Vision, there's still a chance that they can win this round because Saka, Scout, he does things. Okay? So let's not just count this one over before it's done.
Pop flash into middle. Purely looking to see if he can spot someone out, maybe find a pick. As Lynn Vision try to drop silently into middle, they are spotted by QQ God. And they will storm out mid doors. Still haven't committed to anything really. They're going to go back towards upper tunnel.
There we
dear.
go. That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
gone
Call me Sue.
beautifully.
Okay, he gets the first one, but Zaka obviously grabbing the second, and now it starts to fall apart. Westmelon tucked behind Xbox. He's not going to be spotted either. Gets a couple of binks in. Okay, that's almost better than a kill because you've got two players so low HP that a Glock's going to knock them over.
He's
And
going to save.
They're going to save.
Oh boy. Wasn't even really the scout, to be honest, although the scout tag definitely helped. Those Glocks were throwing hands, man.
Yeah. Pack it up. This is another one of those pack it up moments.
Yeah, he lost the A1Ss as well, handed them over to the Ts. Only held it onto MP9 and armor. Definitely not how you wanted that going as Just Swing. Bit of a B-spawn for Lynn Vision. But they've got much better weaponry and armor here. So I'd imagine them to be the team that will take things a little slower of the two. Smoke towards long corner and flash over the top. Just Swing throwing a set smoke to secure control of long. Lynn Vision respecting that, looking to now start working in the middle of the map instead.
Amelia will be the one to be taking a bit of a look up short. Not seeing too much at the moment. Lynn Vision giving Just Swing enough respect to at least play a slow round out here. 2 for 1. 3 for 1, even. And it just seems to be a pretty easy day at the office for Lynn Vision. A walk in the park, really. Vance will be taken down by a tap from Zaka. Cannot win his duel in middle. Yep, that'll happen. But it doesn't really matter. 12-3 is the score. Money's broken for CT side. I think we all know where this one's going.
Yeah, this is kind of a W in the veto for Lynn Vision. This is like the only map that they did well on internationally, and this exact thing happened. Zaka having an insane performance. It's once again 20-7 on Dust 2. Just insane on this map. Big long stack for Just Swing. Anticipating Lynn Vision to do a bit of a set long take. Try to use the range of the rifles, but I feel like that's falling out of popularity. It's a little bit too played out for a lot of teams. I think this util set nowadays to work the middle of the map is with just the, 3 mollies to take short control one at a time. Just seems like pretty popular low risk kind of gameplay right now. Proc smoke through B tunnels to try to keep Just Swing interested, and I feel like they're going to turn this into some kind of short play.
Worked last round. Probably going to work out again this round. Vance, the sole defender of this push, and he's only got a scout to work with. He's going to have to hit some banger shots, and did hit one, but it wasn't necessarily a banger. So that is 2 entries for the A side, and Lynn Vision with the bomb plan now down. Not a whole lot to be said about this mid push either. Call Misu far enough away from that flash that it's not going to cause a problem for him at all, and just tapping away through the smoke. Just Marek, his position now given away, and he will be cleaned up very easily by Lynn Vision in the end. So 13-3 is the scoreline, and map 1 just didn't really exist for Just Swing, unfortunately.
Definitely not. Hoping that they can have a bit better of a crack at Lynn Vision on another map. It seemed like, look, they kind of knew that Lynn Vision would leave Dust 2 in, why wouldn't they? So they let it come through in the veto, and they had some ideas. Saw a lot of set stuff on the T side from them. But none of that really mattered. They kind of got outclassed, particularly in the mid to late round and in the kind of individual skill department from Lynn Vision. Even when these kind of set plays, especially towards B on like T side, were creating opportunities for Just Swing, like Lynn Vision were just disrespecting before they could even get comfortable or get in the post plans. So just a bit of a, a bit of a skill diff at the end of the day between a top Chinese side and one of these teams that's kind of sitting in the tier 2 of Asia, tier 2-3. Starry, decent game for him. Not even really needed to do much because we all know that player to watch on Dust 2 is always Zaka.
Yeah, that kind of feels like one of those games, again, like you said, where you just have a bit of a diffy in the server, really. But yeah, pretty average game by Starry standards. Not bad, not good. We'll see whether or not that's going to change up in the next map. He's obviously someone that will be keeping a bit of an eye on, and we'll see what the next map's going to end up being shortly. We'll have to go to a break, but it won't be a very long one. So stay with us, and we'll be back for map 2 in just a sec.
Yeah. Your life hits hard, but I hit right back. I never back down, I keep it on track. It's the same day with no problems. I keep rising from the bottom, 'cause when the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear that sound. They're never gonna hold me down, I'm higher than the ceiling now. And then I need to worry about, 'cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright, it's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, 'cause I got no problems. Yes, every day was a war. Yeah, it kinda took a while. When they tell me I should stay, I just jump with a smile. Yeah, it's hard until you notice. Everybody's got their moment. When the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear the sound. Listen up. They're never gonna hold me down, I'm higher than the ceiling now. And then I need to worry about, 'cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright, it's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, 'cause I got no problems. 'Cause I got no problems. 'Cause I got no problems. Do you feel a little down? Say it. No problems. Let you in, but you out. Sing it. No problems. They're never gonna hold me down, I'm higher than the ceiling now. Had none I need to worry about, 'cause I got no problems. They're never gonna hold me down, I'm higher than the ceiling now. And none I need to worry about, 'cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright, it's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, 'cause I got no problems.
Cool day throughout the Los Angeles area. The current temperature in Hollywood is 65 degrees and expected high of 68. KNX Radio.
Great, hit snooze till it's 8:30. Grab a coffee to help ease my brain. There's no time to play. Climb out the sheets, find the jeans from a previous day. Grab the keys from off the counter. Commute into the city, gonna take another hour. Man, I hate trading time for away. At least I got a home and a job that pays. Faded from color, reaching to find when I wonder how. Saying it'll all be fine while you sit around and waste your time. Faded from color, stuck in the backseat and told to but I left my distractions behind. In the meantime, I'll blindfold my pride and keep hold of my time like it's gold. Fading from color, reaching to find when I wonder how I stand or fine. What's around a waste of time? Fading from color, stuck in the backseat, told to drive.
You feel like something new. You feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something. Don't just stop it. Doing what you do. When I lay back, holding on to you. Feel like something new. Yeah. Got my senses here on overload. All my body is for you to hold. Feel like something new. Yeah. And I never thought that I got me wanted. Never thought that never thought that that I'd be saying you feel more like a dream, yeah. You feel like something new. You feel like something. You feel like something new.
Jumping back on in for map number 2 between Lynn Vision and Just Swing, and things are not looking too good if you're in the Just Swing camp. Luckily, Pilski, we're in the Lynn Vision camp, as we have been for quite a while, maybe since they got rid of Fufu and are flying. But what do you reckon we're going to get out of this map? I mean, it'd be interesting to see, first of all, which map it's going to end up being, but are we going to get more of the same is more so the line of questioning.
Yeah, I think so. I think Lynn Vision is pretty comfortable across the map pool. For Just Swing, I feel like they really let Dust 2 in the veto because they knew that, you know, as that would be the decider, they could kind of prepare accordingly. And they did seem to have kind of some set pieces and some ideas that they ran in that game. But like we said, just kind of an individual diff in the server. So I don't know. I'm not sure if it was specific preparation for this game or whether it was any kind of anti-strat or whether it's just kind of general how they're comfortable playing the map. A little bit more of a kind of execute heavy approach. But if there is like some degree of preparation and they're kind of trying to move the veto in a certain direction, then look, I'm hoping that they can show some more good ideas. Maybe they'll be a little bit more fruitful on a map that Lynn Vision isn't absolutely insane at.
Yeah, most definitely. But in saying that, there are a few maps that Lynn Vision don't half mind, so we'll just have to wait and see which map that ends up being. Look, again, I think it's always going to be a tough game when you're a team going up against someone like Lynn Vision, but more so, especially now because of the fact that all of these maps actually kind of matter in some way, shape, or form. They won't matter in the immediate moment, but later on down the track, once ESL Challenger League is all finished and all the VRS points are calculated, you can probably see some pretty significant swings from these teams based on how they've performed in ESL Challenger League. So it's important for them to be locking these in. We are going to be going on to Ancient again, which is one of those maps that we do see quite frequently as well for Lynn Vision. So in terms of whether or not that's going to change things up all that much for Just Swing, I personally can't imagine it's going to really change too much. You know, it's going to be a very similar kind of map to something like Dust 2, and it's a map that Lynn Vision likes as well. So again, I think this is going to be quite a one-sided map, would be my guess.
I think you could be right. It just kind of is what it is. Like, Lynn Vision playing against the majority of these teams in Asia seems to be like pretty easy, comfortable territory for them. They're not really a team that I feel like is that susceptible to upsets anymore because their team is very well rounded and a lot of very, very solid players. Like, you know, you're talking about a Fufu flying, like in the past, felt like these are the kind of players that could potentially go missing for them or, you know, struggle to pull their weight map to map at times. But don't really get that same sense of any kind of weakness or potential weakness from this iteration of Lynn Vision, at least against a team at this level. So we'll get into Ancient here. Raid Boss is on Zaka this time around. Flash over onto lane side is absolutely booking those T's at bottom middle, but no one even looks in that direction, so they didn't take any advantage of it.
Well, Zaka is straight into the bomb site, and so too the rest of Lynn Vision. As they're going to go ahead and, well, look in donut first and then look for a plant. I was going to say look for a plant. Amelia be caught off by a very long wrap in the end. But we are still 4-on-4 in the post plant here, so Lynn Vision looking okay. Call Me Sue caught out in no man's land, wanting a bit of help, doesn't get it from Zaka. This is falling apart. Lynn Vision somehow are losing this pistol, and okay, that happened.
Easy little retake, I guess. And those are the kind of signs that you want to see for Just Swing. Keep this game more competitive. Big 3k from Gas. But plant did go down for Lynn Vision, so still is potential to get some kind of force through here. Not as many kills for them, though, is the kind of the biggest issue. So that really affects what they can buy up into this round. And I think for that reason, you could see them kind of taking a middling approach on some of the players, at least. Do you have some kind of particular idea in mind early on here?
Vance is going to have a bit of a look on in with that MP9. He'll end up losing his head. MP9 does come through. So a bit of damage done by Lynn Vision, but need more than that if they're going to get into the site and they're going to get a bomb plant down. Marek lucky to be alive on 1 HP. Lynn Vision are not going to gamble on the A site take. They're going to slow things down here and see if they can make something work, maybe in mid or over towards B. Does look like it's going to be towards B that they're going to go, or going middle.
Creeping back into spawn side. Just Swing have cleared out all of middle. Could have been timed towards A, so that's got to be a potential concern for them, but outside of that, they're feeling very comfortable with their positioning here. The two MP9s are the players towards Cheetah and B here, so potentially an easier entry into this B side. Especially as Marek has completely cooked that one. Just purely here with an MP9, that's it. M4s have to flank from mid.
Oh, he's gone over the top there and fizzled. QQ should be cleaning up Amelia every day of the week here. It would be criminal if he didn't. Call Me Sue gets one, and that's all he's going to be able to grab. So Just Swing will at least be able to hold the fort nice and strong and ensure that they do win against the Force Buy. So, yeah, the wheels are starting to turn for Just Swing.
Chance to build up the economy now for the CT side. It's already doing pretty nicely. MP9's doing a lot of damage here. Really continuing to build things up. This is the start that we wanted to see from Just Swing. Make a much more competitive game here. They are really tearing Lynn Vision apart. And I think on top of that, what's promising is like the util usage. Like you already saw it on Dust 2, a map with like you do need good util usage, but I feel like it's kind of Inferno-esque in the sense that like the basic grenades will get a lot of stuff done for you. But I felt like they were more on the like util heavy side on Dust 2. But I think particularly on Ancient, this is a map that good util time that can do you a lot of favors, and that's kind of what we saw in that last round. 3+ K on all of these players' CT side, Jordan, is a good place to start.
Pass plays this time from Lynn Vision. They're actually going to forego the entry into Cave, and that will potentially be a mistake. Westmelon, though, is going to clean things up. A couple of players popped out of Cave. Now it's Westmelon's turn to move in there. Zaka waiting for the push at the bottom of the ramp. This round is moving along at a cracking pace as Westmelon is also still finding out. Mid is under the control of Lynn Vision, though. So that'll be where Zaka's going ahead.
2-on-2. Just Swing staying active, pushing all the way down B ramp, but they're still a little bit behind the 8-ball here. Donut in towards that A site. And the Molly's going to be a big sound cue that Just Swing need to go and take some space towards middle. Looks like Amelia in a great spot to take multiple duels from. In fact, both him and Zachary are stacked up in the perfect spot here. Oh, what a shot from Ivan, though.
Mm-hmm. Not unwinnable. Zaka just backing up behind the box. They don't know exactly where he is. There's only so many places he can be, though. But very nicely timed swing. It's not really a swing, more so as a peek from Zaka here. It's just wasting their time. And I think that's pretty much going to be the round done and dusted. There's nothing that QQ can do here. He's desperately tapping that bomb, trying to draw out the peak, but it didn't come in time. And he lost it anyway when the peak did finally come through. So nice clutch from Zaka. First round on the board for Lynn Vision.
Yeah, still not too bad for Just Swing, though. We do end up in a swing round for both teams. Will be broke if they drop it. Taking all the guns out of Lynn Vision hands except for Zaka. Orbs out for Vance here. This is a side effect of Just Swing having such a clean anti-eco and being so responsible with their money. Have a chance to hard reset Lynn Vision here and continue streaking ahead on this CD side. Big lane contest for Lynn Vision. Marek blowing open the smoke, looking for an opening pick, but nothing given to him. Oh, how often do you see that happen?
Almost never. At least not in that clean of a fashion. If you do, it's like a massive long spray down. Oh, advance. Almost catching out one more. Amelia down to 19 HP. Sue at 11. Mid control taken by Lynn Vision. And more importantly, they push their way all the way through to Red Room. So they can go for the B split here. Normally, Sue just needs to make sure that he survives. Zaka down the bottom of the ramp right now has got the bomb in possession. So as long as Sue can live and hold on to this position, a difference could be made there. Instead, this is what's going to eventuate purely cleaning things out from Cave, and now it's just two players in here for Lynn Vision. Starry, our player to watch, hasn't had a huge evening tonight, but this could be it.
What a flash.
Goes through. He doesn't manage to get anything done off the back of that, but Zaka can't either. And it is Just Swing that are putting together these rounds on the CT side.
Yeah, for sure. It's a huge round to be picking up. You almost saw the pieces coming back together there for Lynn Vision. I thought they were on for a 2-on-4, especially with that flash timing. Heads up play for Purely to be anti there. With the bomb plant, though, and a little bit of loss bonus, Lynn Vision, I don't know, it's a hard choice to be making here, but they will buy up into it. Going to be lacking a little util, but the reset potential is very juicy. Minimum loss bonus for the CT side. If you're able to reset them here, it's going to basically be back to 4 apiece.
Sorry, getting a little tick from that grenade. Gonna bait out the peak here from Just Swing. There is a repeat from Lynn Vision. It ends up being 2 for 2 in middle, which is not too bad, all things considered. It's map control, if nothing else, for Lynn Vision, but they're just not really finding their feet on this T side so far. Not quite finding that case of the timings and a couple of lucky kills. I guess you would call that a lucky kill, going the way of Just Swing again.
Good pick from Zaka.
Doing his damnedest to try to win this round.
Yeah. Westmoreland's just slipped the net as well. Might have heard the footsteps from Vance over on that A side of the map. That could just be a freebie. Push down B ramp though from Purely could drop the bomb here. And indeed it does. What a mess.
Yeah. Oh, this could still be messy as well for Westmoreland. He's not going to expect Purely right there. Oh my goodness. Why is he running around like that though with 45 seconds left on the clock? You know the guy's around B.
I think he expected him to play the bomb after he pushed out B ramp and dropped it. He did not expect him to go back towards the B side there. But it ended up working out. Beautiful from Just Swing. They're playing an excellent game of Ancient here. Credit where credit's due, like all of them kind of turning up to this game. But Purely and QQ in particular, excellent rifling from these guys. They have earned another reset on Lynn Vision, who are back down to pistols and armor. These rounds have been very close though, and that's why I actually love this tack timeout timing from Just Swing. They need more than anything to have a really clean round here. Cannot afford to drop a lot of rifles. Definitely can't afford to let the Tech 9s upset.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, the instant mid-smoke out here from QQ. So trying to prevent Lynn Vision from making their way into middle. Not necessarily going to work out. Westmoreland's just going to go straight on into Donut. Ooh. This is very interesting from Westmoreland. Uncontested in mid. And obviously Just Swing are aware of the possibility, but he is just fearlessly walking his way into Red Room. That has been cleared out. That's really heads up by Purely. And that sort of breaks the strat open a little bit. Lynn Vision were hoping that they were going to be able to go for an A split, and in the end, they will have to reroute themselves and go for plan B.
Yeah, without any util, really. No, the CTs don't have any either. But you're going to have to get the Deeks involved here. Like, someone's going to have to hit a cracker of a shot at some point. Smoke to Red Room. It's the last piece of util that the Ts have access to. Vance creeping out on the line. Trying to cut the mid rotations, but he gives up his life instead. And you can see the effect that's having on the CT rotations. Big movements over back towards the A site. Heavily weakens B. Where both Marek and Purely are just playing retake for now.
Have the site. Haven't got the bomb plant just yet, but they have the site and they have the kill here as well. Zaka going to look for more. He gets the job done alone. There was no one there to help him out necessarily. No one behind him to trade. Imperative that he gets that kill. They can take that long control. They had short already. Bomb plant's now down. Zaka playing close, hearing that rotation in from Just Swing. This is dire straits again for Just Swing in this CT round. Zaka's timing perfect to creep up onto short as well. Just wasting a little bit more time. There are 2 kits in play here for Just Swing and a smoke. But the high-low setup, Call Me Sue and Starry, doesn't look too bad to me. Does look pretty bad apparently to Lynn Vision in the end as the knife comes through. Oh my god, Starry got the backstab.
That's a reset on Just Swing. Took attack timeout just to try to avoid that exact situation, Jordan. And it's completely flipped the game on its head. Gas gonna force buy a hero rifle, the rest of the boys down to pistols, armor, and MP9s. And this game was going so well for Just Swing. But that round completely breaks this game wide open.
Doesn't look like Lynn Vision are going to be messing around either. Straight up into the B-bomb site. Gas. Playing patiently, and his timing on the peak is so nice. Just Swing looking like a completely different team here on Ancient. Westman's going to keep going forward. He's got the bomb in his possession. It's a bold play, but it's going to work out, at least for that first kill. He's expecting another player quite close. And a good trade from Zaka. So Lynn Vision, they get the round, although it's a pretty close one.
Yeah, but Just Swing don't have the money to be able to take advantage of that. Ooh, unless they double down on the force. That's insanity. They want to take advantage of that reset potential. The thing is that there isn't really hard reset potential here. I actually think that the decision to force is a little questionable. 2.4 for Call Me Sue, 4.4 for Zaka. Like, even if you did upset here on the CT side, there would be some decent amount of a buy to come through from Lynn Vision in the following round. But they're going to risk it for the biscuit.
That's a new one. To me, at least. But it'll be a red room smoke. Plenty of them that you can throw from T-Spawn of Ancient. Nice and quick one as well, that from Lynn Vision. One thing I do appreciate about Lynn Vision is they have always been one of those teams that's been quite good with their util. We've seen a lot of nice little cheeky flashes, usually from Lynn Vision, that other teams aren't using. This round's worked out perfectly. I think you're very vindicated in your questioning of the investment here for Just Wing. Not only because, okay, maybe it might not have necessarily mattered for Lynn Vision had they lost the round, but also because they have just been blasted in this one as well. And so it becomes a moot point at that point. And now Just Wing are definitely going to be on an eco.
For sure. Doesn't do anything to really move the needle in the direction of the CT side. And now their economy is kind of in free fall. Took a big risk and got absolutely nothing out of it.
Still there for Purely.
Yeah, he's having a hell of a game.
He is.
Fight and Vision is a top-level Asia performance.
Oh, QQ to tap away at a couple more kills there. That gets expensive for Lynn Vision, but again, a round is a round, and when you're on the T side, that's more than enough to afford a little bit more into the next couple of rounds, and Just Wing don't have money here, so Lynn Vision making a late half resurgence.
It's unreal 5-7ing. They're forcing again?
They're taking a leaf out of only one words book.
What are they doing?
Forcing every round. Isn't that what only one word did?
No, but that was different circumstances. This was a game they were doing well in against a very good team.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Sure. There's no reason to tilt force like this.
The result is the same, though. It's a force buy. After a force buy, after a force buy. And next round, they're probably going to have to force buy again. Because they're going to be out of money again.
Yeah, absolutely booked. I don't think they were reading the money that well. Like, this was not resettable either of these two rounds.
Maybe they're just worried about getting the rounds themselves. Vince, easy pick up there for Amelia. Nicely cleared. And so bomb plan is down now on A.
Purely's found himself an AK, taken to the next round. That's something. And they are they're continually taking guns away for Lynn Vision. So it's not like the forces are doing nothing. They are taking some kills here and there.
All right.
Sorry, it's going to clean it all up. Nicely done.
Yep. Let's see what kind of party mix we're going to get here from Just Swing. Or they could just go for like a half buy sort of save and proper buy next round. Play for 6-6.
Or you can force and try to go for 2 buys in a row.
You could
if you
force. You're right. Yeah, let's do that.
Nah, this is lame.
They are doing that.
Now they're half buying.
All right.
There actually was a little bit of logic to the force that round, though. I don't like that they backed down. I think that lacks character, you know? Lynn Vision have been donated opening kills in a large majority of these opening rounds. Secured shelf control, worked a lot of donut. Footsteps heard by Amelia here. It's an easy one onto QQ. And they're probably just going to turn that pick into an A split.
Oh, almost unfortunate timing for Amelia, but gets up on time and sorts it out. You're right. It's going to end up being an A take. Call me Sue as well as Zaka here to just ensure that the rotation is not going to work out. And Call me Sue struggling to get that kill. Bit of damage though. Maybe Just Swing are going to save here. Take these next couple of guns into the next round.
Starry trying to avoid that happening. All down to Mark, who has been around a long time in this Asian scene. Also a Wings Up alumni, if I remember correctly. But they're going to run him down nonetheless. No respect given. Another banger from Zaka. Not really sure what Call Me Sue has done this game. At some point when you play with Zaka, do you just like say, he's just going to carry me every game, I don't even need to do anything?
Look, I mean, that would be me, you know what I mean? Like, so everybody needs that player though, right? You just need to recognize, I don't actually need to do anything here except for not die and do my job, and then we'll win. And that's fine if that's who you're going to be. Although, I mean, he has died a lot, so maybe that's a good point as well. Nade blows open the smoke, and that doesn't work out for the Vision. They are going to try and get the bomb plant down here. It's a tap from Starry. He was anticipating
beautiful.
it. Almost gets two, but still, the bomb plant's going to go down here now for Lynn Vision, and they are cleaning out this round, and the half really as well quite nicely in the end.
And that last smoke just revealing Marek's position. Not much for him to do as Lynn Vision harass him around the side of it, and Zaka's going to pick up a pretty routine kill there. 7 and 5 for Lynn Vision. What a beautiful recovery of that half.
Like I'm in another galaxy. Take my time in your eternity. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Feel like something new. Yeah. And I never thought that I got me wanted. Never thought that I'd be saying you feel more like a dream. Yeah. Feel like so alive. Feel like so bad. Feel like so. Feel like so alive. Feel like so. Feel like so bad.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door. I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home. A couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
Miles past, turning back, found my track, face the fact, she a core one. Never gonna settle for none. Stay up every night till I won. Don't want a slow rise, nah. I'm confident, opulence isn't a long ride out. I look back now, I'm astounded. A quiet boy from old age, but always felt the world was a stage, yeah. I celebrate one last late night. My old life ain't staying.
Pack my suitcase, headed out the door. I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home. A couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
I'm headed to LA. I'm headed on my way. I'm headed on my way to LA.
So first half was a bit of an interesting one here between Lynn Vision and Just Swing. Felt for a bit there like Just Swing was actually going to walk away with the advantage in that first half, but Lynn Vision kind of locked in, again, thanks to Zaka, and were able to at least push this out to a 7-5 favoring themselves. It's not enough to win the map, definitely, but it's put them in a good spot here on the CT side.
Aggression into middle. A lot of T's here, caught with utility in hand, but at least Vince is able to come up with the goods on the trade. As does Gas, gives a man advantage over to the T side, and QQ in the meantime has taken full control of that A side.
It's a nice kill for Purely. How to more or less seal the deal. Call Me Sue's been a bit of a non-factor in this game so far. See if he can pull anything off. Remember when we got to see him with the pistol, though, the first match we watched him play? Could be something there, could be not something there. In the end, as he is taken down by QQ. So, Lynn Vision, no pistol round win on Ancient, unfortunately.
No force from Lynn Vision in round 2. Going to look towards buying up into round 15 instead with the M4s and light armor. See what they can get done with the USPs. Zaka's ready with a flash over the top of B in response to any kind of B set play that you might get from the Ts. That does seem like what they want to go for. Westmoreland's already lost his life. Nice HE onto Starry as well.
Well, taps away from the pistols here, but that might actually be more than what Just Swing bargained for. No way! Not again. The USPs are doing the damage. Call Me Sue and Starry looking for the info. They got to make sure they don't throw away their lives right here. That said, I think they're pretty aware of the fact that Gas could be in behind them somewhere. So they've just elected to go ahead and take lane control. Honestly, this is probably still a favorable round for Just Swing, especially with that kill.
Rifles picked up for the CT side now, but still no armor. They're walking straight into Lynn Vision here, Jordan.
Yeah, this is the danger with, you know, getting those couple of kills. It makes it look winnable. It was 5v2 or 5v3 at one point. That's a nice kill from Starry. Oh, risky to repeat that one as Gas, but he'll get the job done. It's an expensive round for Just Swing, but a round nonetheless.
Attack timeout for Just Swing. Similar timing to the one they took before. Basically, to just kind of right the ship, they recognize that this is a swing round. An important one for both of these teams to be picking up, and one that they need to get through relatively cleanly. Otherwise, they're going to kind of let Lynn Vision once again start to run away with this game.
All right, back into the swing of things. House Smoke going to come here for QQ God. It's going to be the instant mid smoke as well from Lynn Vision. Both teams looking for a little bit of mid control in this round. It looks like it will go the way of Lynn Vision. Just Swing Not too eager to just swing into mid this time, it seems.
Little bit of util thrown towards that A side of the map. Donut smokes and some flashes. Trying to draw rotations away from middle. Kind of like how you'd use the stairs jungle smoke on Mirage to pull rotations away from mid and try to create a timing for you to be able to take mid control. Lynn Vision not really biting though, because there's not too much follow-up. In fact, they are really heavily fighting for middle with 3 players here.
Very heavily indeed. Amelia's going to grab himself a couple before falling, and Zaka's going to swing back onto that line. Belabored spray with the M4A1S until he resets it and gets the better of Marek in the end. And Vision looking quite comfortable now that they've got the guns in hand. Bombs dropped over towards Donut as well, so Purely doesn't have much of a chance in this round. He's 20 and 11 though, so I'll give him a snowball's chance in hell, which is not much. But it's better than nothing.
Not a good pick from Purely. He's had an excellent game against a top quality opposition like Lynn Vision here. But this is probably a bridge too far for him. Bomb dropped down in Donut. Smoked off into a 3-way crossfire. 8 seconds. Probably just going to hold on to the A1S. Buy up around the stage rifle here from Just Swing. Looking like they're going to go for a set B timing here. Just waiting out the initial util. Going to try to split it in through Cheetah and Cave side.
Not a bad timing on it. Westmelon, he's going to be hearing those steps though, so he'll be just hiding himself inside of that smoke on the site. There's nothing to be found right now for Just Swing until they do ultimately catch up with Westmelon. Now, meanwhile, Kormisu was able to get himself one, but this is going to be a bomb plant for Just Swing and another particularly threatening looking round for Lynn Vision. And make this retake happen. Kormisu will drop, and with him, a defuse kit on the ground. Amelia and Zaka, though, working quickly. The defuse kit will not matter. That is Lynn Vision retaking that bomb site. It wasn't even so much as a retake as Just Swing kind of pushing into them in some ways. But
Yeah,
either way, the round is going to go the way of Lynn Vision.
Let's try to catch them in transition, really. Did not have the best of weaponries to be able to kind of defend that site from like cave ramp side and things like that. It's relying on the techies and Mac 10s. Wanted to try to close the distance a little. Absolute clinic being put on by Zaka right now. Unbelievable what his stats are going to be by the time this series is done. Force from Gas. The rest of the boys saving. Trying to set him up with a flash to make his way out middle here, but underarm flash is a little better from Amelia. Pretty easily dealt with that hero Galil. Now the rest of Just Swing looking for this A timing.
Zaka unable to land that connection, which is somewhat uncharacteristic of him, but importantly, that will actually allow Just Swing to get out on the site in some ways. Only the 1 kill though for Marek in the end. Crisis averted for Lynn Vision, 10-7. So the scoreline is starting to build up nicely now for Lynn Vision, and it feels as though they have taken control of this game in the way that we had expected them to from the outset, but it's just taking them a little while to get there.
Gas handed a rifle by Marek, who goes down to the tech in return. So really prioritizing getting that rifle up on him multiple rounds in a row. Just Swing trying to deny any kind of jump up in towards shelf side. Work this B side of the map a little bit more heavily. Pretty brave peak to be taking for Vance, considering they know that Lynn Vision has an AWP in play.
Ooh, that's nice from Just Swing. I mean, that's probably the round just done and dusted right there. Lynn Vision got a save here. Money's not fantastic, so taking these 2 guns into the next round will be quite of benefits. But Amelia's just going to go charging in towards T-Spawn and give up his life. So, weird round.
They hit a nice timing to beat. Don't think Lynn Vision were ready for them to speed up like that. Zaka. Close to losing the AWP here. Flash does catch him. T's closing him all around, and they will take the AWP out of his hands. Will be another buy in here for Lynn Vision, but 4 alive, AWP retained for the T side. A very good chance at getting the reset here in this next round for Just Swing, and then realistically on the T side, if they have good money behind them, they probably should be favoured to win this game at 10-9. So this would be a huge, huge round for them to win. Util exchange in middle. Then Vision takes control. Zaka once again alone on A, has to play retake and buy time for the donut rotation to come in.
Amelia unable to really do too much in the smoke here. Starry could be a benefactor, or perhaps someone on the receiving end, as another kill is going to go the way of Just Swing. They are not prepared to let slip this game. Not just yet. I like the way this is kind of coming together for Just Swing until just now. What? Oh, MP9 double kill from Westmelon, and Call Me Susie in there for one more. Marek is miles away, which frankly might actually play into his favor, though. This Molotov is going to cause a problem. He's going to have to go through it, tap on the defuse. He's just going to have to gamble that they're not on it.
No kit.
He's made the correct play. This is big. This is huge from Marek. He's going to creep his way forward. Westmelon tagging him down, but he's got to swing now. Marek with the spray, and he's won the round. Just Swing go up to 9. Oh dear. Lynn Vision are starting to run out of money there on the CT side. Things are getting tight. This is the recipe for success for Just Swing, and they might actually take a map away from Lynn Vision here in ESL Challenger League.
For sure, that was a huge clutch from Marek. Resets Lynn Vision. Gives a chance for this T-side economy to blossom. Should be able to even things up very easily here at 10 apiece, Just Swing, and then they've got multiple chances to keep the press on. Not really much Lynn Vision can do about it. To be honest, it was a situation that should not have even been close to that late round situation they ended up in. Some heroics on the MP9 from Westmelon.
Tapping. But full save out from Lynn Vision in this round is going to afford them a buy next. So, job's not done for Just Swing. They've still got a bit of work to do here. But the game itself is starting to favor Just Swing.
For sure.
With regard to the economy and all that business. So, this is a very, very dual position for Just Swing. So once they hit that 10-10 mark, it is going to be game on. Amelia.
Wow.
Unable to get much done in middle, but here we go. 10-10. Game on.
5 alive. Money's fantastic. Incredibly winnable game for Just Swing. Got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, I was talking about how they looked like they brought a decent level of prep into Dust 2 that didn't really turn into anything. And you were like, well, would it be different on any other map? The answer is for sure yes. We can see that now.
Yeah, apparently.
We've seen a lot of Asian teams in ECL, man, and not many of them look disorganized and this well structured. Got to give credit where credit's due to this Just Swing side. Their name is kind of the opposite of what they're doing. Oh, huge aggression on Shelf side. Zaka finds one as well. This round's already falling apart for the T's.
Purely pushing his way forward. Attempt at a spray transfer there from Starry. Round's not over though. Bomb plant here from Marek is going to be fake actually. And he's heard the reload here for Call Me Sue, but he just can't get through that smoke in time. It's so big now. So Westmelon and his gang will maintain the lead. 11-10. 25-12 from Zaka is a pretty hefty performance, but he's now starting to get a nice bit of assistance from Starry, 19 and 15. And apparently those two just slightly outpacing the carries on the side of Just Swing. Purely 24 and 16. QQ got 18 and 14. So very similar numbers, but Envision with their noses in front for the moment and looking to maintain that, but money's still a problem for them.
Double orb going to come out here for Lynn Vision. I think posting one of those over towards the B side of the map would be worth its weight in gold. The amount of times we've seen Just Swing boost up onto that box without an AWP and look for an opening pick, that would almost certainly be a free kill. Seeing one of them retake A wouldn't go too badly either. Seems like an angle that's had a fair bit of action this game as well, but I love this from Just Swing. Gone towards the extremities quite a lot. This time they're going to take mid. And the CTs have not taken it this time. A lot of util burnt early round though. Only one smoke left on the T side at 1 minute 30. What do they do mid to late round here? They've got gas with some presence towards Red Room. Looks like they're just going to turn it straight into a 1-4. Leave gas on the lurk and see if they can make some inroads towards Cheetah or Cave and turn this into a B ending.
Call Me Sue. Gonna try what Just Swing were up to in that first half to limited success. Imperative that he's got these 10 bullets because he's not getting a reload off here, but 10 bullets is enough to do a huge chunk of damage. Almost finishes off Purely as well. And Gas, if it wasn't going to be Westmelon, it was going to be the swing coming through from Starry that would have finished him off. So this is coming together nicely for Lynn Vision.
Oh,
Zaka
no.
with a missed shot though. He's going to allow the B site to be taken.
Marek posted up. Could find one on this off angle. Flashes go up over the top, but they don't hit him in time. A lot of util to complete this retake for Lynn Vision.
Marek on the line. Tag on the Starry. It's not the killing blow that he wanted, but it is setting them up for success here. Just Swing. Need to kill quickly, but Starry with a huge spray transfer. Got two. Probably would have got that third in the end, to be honest, because he was so low. But 12-10, kill taken by Westmelon in the end. Nobody cares. Lynn Vision are now one round away from finishing off the map.
Money's broke for Just Swing even after a bomb plant. 2.9 to 3.6. Not what you wanted. To stop Lynn Vision from denying any of your efforts here. Been a hell of a game for Just Swing. But it looks like they're going to unfortunately walk away with nothing.
Faster play from Just Swing into the B site. Call Me Sue goes down very early on in the piece, and there's, to be fair, some chip damage here, but he kills and we get them from Starry. Starry's back in fine form here on Ancient. Oh, almost gets that third two. One plan's gone down. Just Swing fighting for their lives on the map here. QQ God and Marek. Molly gonna couple of sizzles there onto Marek, which will give away his position more importantly than the damage necessarily, but set up for QQ God. Not quite going to be there in the end, and it's over. It was a good attempt from Just Swing, but Lynn Vision will prove to be too strong this evening. They'll take that 13 and 10 and maybe wipe their brows a little bit on the way out as they do maintain a very, very solid scoreline in ESL Challenger League Asia. Credit has to go to Just Swing for what was a pretty nicely played game.
Oh, for sure. That's an excellent game of Ancient. Loved what we saw from them. Big game from QQ and Purely. I think if they can put together more games like that, then they're going to definitely be a pretty promising team in Asia. They're sitting right in the middle of ECL. So a decent chance of trying to make their way in towards playoffs, especially if they can try to, steal away some 1-1s from some top sides that showed the potential to do so tonight. Should be pretty solid against the kind of middle order, lower order teams. So, yeah, I think, honestly, I'm just really impressed with what we saw from Just Swing tonight, because we see a lot of disorganization, a lot of kind of pugging it out in Asia. And that was quite the opposite. That was some good structured CS. A team that kind of did better than the sum of its parts and showed the potential to be a top team in Asia. On the flip side of things, though, for Lynn Vision, I mean, some quiet performances from some of the riflers going into, you know, the MRQ and things like that is not something they're going to get away with against better teams.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Starry, though, bit of an average map 1, I guess, by his standards. Map 2 was definitely a bit more like it. So overall ends up with a pretty nice day, I guess. 34-25, you know, 91 ADR. Can't really be too mad about that at all. I think he certainly had his fair share of impact on Ancient, which was when it was mostly required by Lynn Vision. So it's hard to really criticize his night tonight.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Zachar, on the other hand, let's have a look. 20-7 on Dust 2 plus at least 25-12. So we're talking about a 50 to like 40 something to 19 for the night, based on what I'm seeing on the scoreboard on HLTV. That is ridiculous hard carry performance, which shouldn't really be needed now that Star is back on the team, especially against a team of this caliber. But yeah, I don't know. Lynn Vision's still a little rough around the edges.
Yeah. But I guess, again, it doesn't necessarily matter how things are looking at the moment, as long as it peaks at the right time in regards to the MRQ. That's really what everyone's kind of ramping up for at the moment. All of this business over the next month or so is kind of just, you know, your prac games or making sure that you're feeling good about things and that you're going to be ready to go. So I don't think you can be too mad about things for Lynn Vision at this stage. It's overall not been too shabby, and I think they're kind of getting there. Obviously, it's hard to say without seeing them play against better competition, but that will come, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a ridiculous record in ECL, like 20-2 or something at this point. So no doubt we'll see them in the playoffs, and they might be one of the favorites to take that Pro League spot once all said and done.
Yes, indeed. Well, that's all done for this evening for ESL Challenger Asia. We'll be back again at some point, I'm sure. So it's been a pleasure this evening having your attention, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.
Think you've seen it all? With Faceit Watch's Point of View Selector, you can experience the game from any pro's perspective. Use the multi-view feature and customize the stream with up to 4 angles. Control what points you see while earning rewards. Drops are activated and lucky winners will receive Faceit points. And if you ever miss a match, VODs are now available. Get instant access to demos with multiple POVs and commentary. Watch it, control it, Faceit.